Hey everybody, welcome back. I hope all of you are doing well. I recently got back from the Silver Tempest pre-release that was held at my local game store today. And so I thought I would take you through the deck I was able to build, as I've also got a couple of packs to open as well. So figured I'd start off by showing off the deck I was able to build. I didn't quite get the cards I wanted so far. I've been looking for the Lugia, V, and V-Star from this set, but I got some interesting cards, as you will soon see. So first up, as far as my deck is concerned, I've got Unknown V. This is a pretty interesting Pokemon V. It's a basic 180 hit points. It has a first attack, Shady Stamp, 30 damage, and it automatically confuses, but as you'll see, I didn't have the energy to use this. But the real interesting move is Victory Symbol. 3 colorless energy. If you use this attack while you have only 1 prize card remaining, you win the game. Pretty interesting card there. I used that. The other card I pulled was one of the Trainer Gallery ones. It's the Blaziken V Rapid Strike. 2 simple attacks, high jump kick, 2 colorless for 50 damage, and the other one is Fire Spin, which is 210 damage for 2 fire and 2 colorless. You discard 2 energy from the Pokemon as well. Other cards in this were Ninetales as well as Vulpix. 2 Vulpix, 1 Ninetales. Ninetales is 110 hit points, and it can deal 120 damage for 1 fire and a colorless, but it can't attack on the following turn. So I only really included 1. I had other things to attack with. Other major fire attacker was, I had 2 Ponytas and 1 Rapidash. Rapidash has a pretty good ability with Heat Boost, which allows you to, once per turn, discard a fire from your energy from your hand, and then your fire Pokemon's attacks do 30 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. Pretty nice. I've also got Smeargle, 70 hit point basic with a good first attack and colorful palette. You just get to look at the top 5 cards for your deck and attach any number of basic energies to one of your Pokemon, and then shuffle the rest back in. Pretty nice to get energy onto only the other Pokemon. Then I got 3 Archeops. That was actually the promo in my pre-release kit, was Archeops. Definitely a card I want to have for the Lugia deck I really want to build. And the main reason is Primal Turbo, the ability, which allows you to, once per turn, search your deck for up to 2 special energies and attach them to one of your Pokemon, then shuffle your deck. Also has an attack, Speedwing for 120 damage for 3 colorless energy, so that's pretty nice. Also 3 copies of the Archon, 80 hit point colorless Pokemon, 2 basic attacks that only do damage. Flap does 30 damage for 1, and Claw Slash does 80 for 3. Pretty simple. I've also got 3 copies of the Unidentified Fossil, which you need to evolve into Archon or any of the other fossil Pokemon. As for other items other cards like trainers, I've got 1 Ultra Ball, find a Pokemon after discarding 2 cards. Shauna shuffles your hand into your deck, draws 5. Copycat also shuffles your hand into your deck, but you also draw for each card in your opponent's hand, which is nice. Zisu, you get to draw until you have 1 more card in your hand than your opponent. Serena, this is actually one of the newer supporter cards in the set. You get to choose one, and then you can either discard 3 cards from your hand, and if you do, you draw cards until you have 5 cards in your hand. Or you can also switch on one of your opponent's bench Pokemon V with their active Pokemon. And then there's Furisode Girl, which allows you to search your deck for a basic Pokemon, put it on your bench, then shuffle, and then you also can switch that Pokemon with your active Pokemon. Professor's Research as well. Discard, draw 7. Also got a Stadium and Magma Basin. Once during each player's turn, the player can attach a fire energy from discard to one of their bench fire Pokemon, and if they attach an energy this way, they put 2 damage counters on their Pokemon. There's also energy. I've got 3 treasure energies, just attached to colors, but if you take it as a prize, you get to attach it from your prizes to one of your Pokemon, which is nice. And then there's also lucky energy, another special energy that provides colorless, and if the Pokemon the card is attached to takes damage, you get to draw a card. And then the remaining slots, 9 fire energy. So that does it for the deck. Only 40 card decks, because that's how it goes in pre-releases. You get just 40 cards in a deck. So I'm going through now just showing you some of the other stuff I've pulled on today. Didn't quite get to pull the Lugia like I wanted, but someone next to me was able to not only pull the V, but also the V-Star, so that was pretty cool to see. Couple of cards there. This is an interesting one. 2 colorless for 30 damage, and if you discard an unidentified fossil, you do 120 more. So that's pretty cool. I could have used that, I guess, but I didn't get to use it, so just going through some of the other stuff that I pulled. The Stealfox. You got Flare Parade, 1 colorless for 60 damage for each Serena card in your discard pile, so that's also kind of an interesting little combination. And then you got Energy Crush, 50 damage times the number of energy attached to all of your opponent's Pokemon. So, continuing to go through, I'll stop when... Oh, right here. So, another interesting card. This Relicanth, which has Fossil Finding as its first attack, 1 colorless energy. You shuffle up to 4 in any combination of unidentified fossil and rare fossil cards from your discard pile into your deck. So that's pretty good. Going through some more. Reverse Foil Litten, which is kind of nice. These are interesting ones. You got the Glalie here, which its second attack is Big Mouth. 4 colorless, 130 damage, and if you played Candace from your hand during the turn, it deals 130 more. And Candace itself is a pretty good card. You look at the top 7 cards of your deck, reveal any number of water Pokemon and water energy you find there, put them in your hand. Very nice for getting set up. So, got a cute little Dratini there. I'll probably cover some of these cards in more detail as I open packs, because I'm sure I'm going to get more packs from this set. Claydol's another interesting one. If you have no supporters in your discard pile, you can use its ability to attach a fighting energy from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon. Kind of an interesting one. Hypno's also pretty interesting. Its Psy-Call attack for 1 psychic lets you search your deck for up to 2 stage 1 Pokemon, put them onto your bench. Very nice. You don't have to evolve or do anything like that. Not many cards left to go through here, and then I'll get to opening the packs. Alright. So we got 3 packs of Silver Tempest to go through. I'll save this Lugia one for last. We got these lucky. So in this one there's a Metal Energy, a Dracloak, a Metang, the Anorith I was previously talking about, Rotom, Baneri, Dreepy, Phanpy, Fletchling. Reverse Foil's an Amoonguss. Haven't seen this yet, so its ability is Surprise Spores. During your opponent's turn, if this Pokemon is discarded from your hand by an effect of an attack or ability from your opponent's Pokemon, or by an effect of your opponent's item or supporter card, you discard your opponent's hand. That's pretty interesting. As for the rare, Dragapult. So that's kind of interesting that we got the whole chain in this one pack. So, as for what Dragapult does, Its second attack is just 120 for a psychic and a colorless. The first attack, Dragon Launcher, you discard a number of your bench Dreepy up to the number of your opponent's Pokemon in play. And then for each Dreepy you discarded in this way, you choose one of your opponent's Pokemon and do 100 damage to it. You can't choose the same Pokemon more than once, though, and the damage isn't affected by weakness or resistance. So that's an interesting attack. Second pack. So we have a Darkness Energy. Another Serena, that's nice. Dracloak, Worker, which allows you to draw 3 cards and discard a Stadium in play. Vulpix, Snorunt, Fletchling, Pharaoh Seed, another Smeargle, Rotom, and Omastar V. Not quite the Lugia I'm interested in, but this is a pretty cool one. First attack, Primal Guidance. You search your deck for up to 2 Pokemon that evolve from an item card that has Fossil on its name. Put them on your bench. Very nice if you're playing with fossils. And then Tentacle Lock for 1 water, 2 colorless. It does 110 damage. And if the defending Pokemon is an evolution Pokemon, it can't attack during your opponent's next turn. Also has a pretty cheap retreat cost too. And then final pack. There's a Psychic Energy, Curlia, which has a pretty useful ability. Refinement. You discard a card from your hand to use it, and then once during your turn you can draw 2 cards. Torracat, Dragonair, Pikachu, Noibat, Togedemaru, Sandile, Swirlix. Reverse Foil is a Wailord, 200 hit points, and the Pokemon takes 30 less damage from attacks thanks to its ability Jumbo-Sized. And you also have Special Wave. 3 water, 1 colorless for 120 damage, plus 120 more if it has a special energy, so that's pretty nice. And then Klinklang as the regular rare. Its Power Beam just does 130 for 1 metal and 2 colorless. And its ability Triple Gears, which allows you to, when you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon, you get to search your deck for up to 3 basic energy cards, attach them to your Pokemon in any way you like. So very nice. Thank you once again for watching this. So no Lugia this time, but hopefully I'll get some more Silver Tempest to open and maybe we'll get to pull one. Thank you once again for watching. If you enjoyed this content, I encourage you to subscribe so you don't miss any other openings that I do. Leave a like if you liked and comment what your favorite card you pulled from Silver Tempest so far is. And I will see you on the next one. Until then, good luck, have fun, and draw well.